Hello, Game of Thrones fans. It's me, Mark,
And Anna.
and we are finally back to bring you another video. This week we are doing Season 1, Episode 7, entitled You Win or You Die. What do you think that might mean?
I'm gonna say there's this big fight scene or something, like sword battle thing, where someone dies, someone wins.
Okay.
It's a pretty good estimate.
Now, it's been about a week since we've done the last video, maybe even a week and a day. I can't remember. It might have been last Saturday, and it's Sunday right now.
Yeah.
So we need to do a little recap. What do you remember from last week, Anna?
I do remember a few things, especially the ending. I like that scene. So there was the Sansa and Joffrey scene, which I think was totally put up by Cersei.
Cersei, yes.
Cersei, Queen Cersei, because I'm gonna call it. There was the Daenerys in her egg when she doesn't get burnt. That's like how they find out that she's the true dragon. Well, kind of. They don't find out till the end of the episode. There's the Arya, Sansa, and Ned scene when Sansa made the whole golden hair comment. When he finds out that all of the princes and the princess should have had black hair like mine, instead of their golden hair. Then there's let's see, when Daenerys tries to steal the eggs.
Viserys.
I said that. He tries to steal the eggs and, well, he doesn't. Which kind of leads to the ending.
What about Tyrion's confession?
Yes. Tyrion's confession. That was funny. Yeah. I did this, I did that. No, I didn't do that.
What did that lead to?
The whole trial by combat.
Yes.
Yes, the trial by combat where someone has to volunteer for Tyrion. Therefore, so...
Do you remember his name? Who fought for Tyrion?
No.
Bronn.
Bronn. Like Bran, but Bronn.
Yeah.
Hi, Bran.
Oh, so you think Bran might be smart? Bronn is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. It's a way to remember.
Yep.
Well, that's a decent little recap.
Yeah.
We got one question for the pre-discussion before we start this episode and get on with the reaction. This is coming from Drew Thrasher. Besides Dany being unburnt, do you think any of the other characters in the show may have any special abilities? And if so, who do you think that would be?
Well, Daenerys, her sigil is a dragon, so like she doesn't get burnt.
Right.
Like that.
So that's a special ability. Do you think anybody else in the show?
Well, there could be a possibility, but I mean, so if like the direwolf, they're like fast. I mean, wolves are fast, and they do come in packs. Therefore, having 6 good packs. I don't know. Maybe they're a little faster than everyone else.
Oh yeah,
But I mean,
special.
except for Bran, because like he can't walk. But maybe he gets his walking abilities back because of that. Maybe.
Maybe we'll be getting some answers here soon.
Yay.
So now we is going to start this episode.
It's the truth.
No, I mean like the whole fact that it's a stab and they're Lannisters.
Think it might mean something?
They're gutting the king.
Of course, it bothers me. A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of a sheep.
A direwolf.
I suppose I should be grateful that your vanity got in the way of your recklessness.
But the lion and the sheep reference.
I've given you half of our forces.
Well, lamb.
30,000 men.
The sheep and
I'll bring
lambs
that
are more or
Catherine
less the
Stark's
same.
girlhood home and remind her that Lannisters pay their debts. I didn't realize you placed such a high value on my brother's life. He's a Lannister. He might be the lowest of the Lannisters, but he's one of us. And every day that he remains a prisoner, the less our name commands respect. So the lion does concern himself with the opinions. No, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. I've had worse, my lady.
Perhaps it's time to go home. The South doesn't seem to agree with you.
I know the truth John Arryn died for.
Do you, Lord Stark? Is that why you called me here to pose me riddles?
Has he done this before?
Jamie would have killed him. My brother's worth 1,000 of your friend.
Your brother? Or your lover?
Targaryens wed brothers and sisters for 300 years to keep bloodlines pure. Jamie and I are more than brother and sister. We shared a womb. Came into this world together, we belong together.
My son saw you with him.
Do you love your children?
With all my heart.
No more than I love mine.
And they're all Jamie's.
Thank the gods. In the rare event that Robert leaves his halls for long enough to stumble drunk into my bed, I finish him off in other ways. In the morning, he doesn't remember.
You've always hated him.
Hated him. I worshipped him. Every girl in the Seven Kingdoms dreamed of him, but he was mine by oath. And when I finally saw him on our wedding day in the Sept of Baelor, lean and fierce and black-bearded, it was the happiest moment of my life. And that night he crawled on top of me, stinking of wine, and did what little he could do. And whispered in my ear, Lyanna, your sister was a corpse and I was a living girl, and he loved her more than me.
When the king returns from his hunt, I'll tell him the truth. You must be gone by then. You and your children. I will not have their blood on my hands. Go as far away as you can, with as many men as you can. Because wherever you go, Robert's wrath will follow you.
And what of my wrath, Lord Stark? You should have taken the realm for yourself. Jamie told me about the day King's Landing fell. He was sitting in the Iron Throne and you made him give it up. All you needed to do was climb the steps yourself. Such a sad mistake.
I've made many mistakes in my life, but that wasn't one of them.
Oh, but it was. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win, or you die. There is no middle ground.
You win or you die.
Beyond Greyjoy. The lady is our guest.
Thought she was our prisoner.
Are the two mutually exclusive in your experience? Where's my uncle? Ned! Robert, we were hunting a bull.
Of House Stark, titles. To serve as Lord Regent and Protector of the Realm upon my death. To rule in my stead. Until my son Joffrey comes of age.
Your son? Wait, so there's a coming of age to be a king, but not a lord.
Give it over. worse than I did. But you'll do it well. The girl. Daenerys. You were right. Varys, Littlefinger, my brother, worthless. No one to tell me no but you. Only you. Let her live. Stop it if it's not too late. I will. My son. Help him, Ned. Make him better than me.
I'll do everything I can to honor your memory.
My memory. King Robert Baratheon, murdered by a pig. Give me some of the pain and let me die.
His Grace has had a change of heart concerning Daenerys Targaryen. Whatever arrangements you made, unmake them at once.
I'm afraid those birds have flown. The girl is likely dead already.
I don't think so.
Sure, Yandel. The spider sends his greetings and his congratulations. A royal pardon. You can go home now.
I have a dry red from the arbor, nectar of the gods. Let me give you a cask. A gift.
You honor me, sir.
The honor is all mine. Then. You know there are many in your homeland who pray for your return, Princess.
I hope to repay your kindness someday.
Ricardo, Azuhia's Hogare.
Something wrong?
I have a thirst. Open it.
The wine is for the Khaleesi, it's not for the likes of you.
Open it. Pour.
It would be a crime to drink a wine this rich without at least giving it time to breathe.
Do as he says.
As the princess commands. Sweet, isn't it? Can you smell the fruit, sir? Taste it, my lord. Tell me that that is not the finest wine that has ever touched your tongue.
You first.
I'm afraid I am not worthy of the vintage. Besides, it is a poor wine merchant who will drink up his own wares.
You will drink.
Red wine. It has poison in it.
Pip to the stewards, Toad to the builders, Bren to the rangers, Samwell to the stewards, Makar to the rangers, Dalian to the stewards, Balian to the rangers, Rast to the rangers, John to the stewards, Lancer to the builder, Ichil to the builders, Gordo to the stewards, Nico to the rangers, Escan to the rangers, Morcoy to the builders, Joby to the stables, Nick to the kitchens, Aloe to the builders, Belugo to the rangers. May all the gods preserve you.
Jon Snow, Lord Commander Beaumont has requested you for his personal steward.
Will I serve the Lord Commander's meals and fetch hot water for his bath?
Certainly. And keep a fire burning in his chambers, change his sheets and blankets daily, and do everything else the Lord Commander requires of you.
Do you take me for a servant?
We took you for a man of the Night's Watch, but perhaps we were wrong in that.
He wants to groom you for command. I always wanted to be a ranger. I always wanted to be a wizard. What?
serious. So you'll stay and say your word with me.
You know what you want me to do.
You know it has to be done.
But it's not honorable, so the words stick in your throat. When the queen proclaims one king and the hand proclaims another, whose peace do the gold cloaks protect? Who do they follow? The man who pays them.
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I am the shield that guards the realm of men. I pledge my life and honour to the night's watch for this night and all the nights to come.
You Nelters boys, rise now as men of the Night's Watch.
Something he should be asking is, how did you know he's poisoned?
Ich bin Hasaja Hishiseris. Man anhavelushak ash. Man anhavelushak. Jin ador chikate. Vina neve. Ave maisimai. Anhavelushak man reshi sandahe.
Oh.
Ana. Jidrobo. Attaching. Anhavelushak sesama.
There goes that.
Finana hoira shisere. Magina do traca se pido yome. Havese a casca vete. O caramos. Anna patrivak mahashi so finde yone. O garticatema. Vo para comprende win more. Anna corsotti aries more. Vasa fortia more. My petit pachorsa sama vai santo prach. Virginia nas takas Anna. Google keeper. Virginia nas takas and the bias the tragedy. The Sharky Vidier. A Savazon. Da Savazon. Da Savazon.
All hail his grace, Joffrey of houses Baratheon and Lannister, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm.
I command the Council to make all necessary arrangements for my coronation. I wish to be crowned within the fortnight. Today I shall accept oaths of fealty from my loyal councillors.
Sir Barrister, I believe no man here could ever question your honour.
King Robert's seal, unbroken. Lord Eddard Stark is herein named Protector of the Realm, to rule as regent until the heir come of age.
May I see that letter, Sir Barrister? Protector of the realm. Is this meant to be your shield, Lord Stark? A piece of paper.
Well, it is what he said.
Those are the king's words.
We have a new king now. Lord Eddard, when we last spoke, you offered me some counsel. Allow me to return the courtesy. Bend the knee, my lord. Bend the knee and swear loyalty to my son. And we shall allow you to live out your days in the grey waste you call home.
Your son has no claim to the throne.
Liar!
You condemn yourself with your own mouth, Lord Stark. Sir Barristan seized this traitor.
Sir Barristan is a good man, a loyal man. Do him no harm.
You think he stands alone?
the Queen and her children into custody. Escort them back to the royal apartments and keep them there, under guard. Man the watch! I want no bloodshed. Tell your men to lay down their swords. No one needs to die. Now!
I did warn you not to trust me.
Well then.
What do you think of that ending?
It was interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. What just happened? A whole lot, didn't it?
Still kind of processing.
Still kind of processing? Well, we'll take a couple minute break and we'll come back with our discussion.
Okay.
Alright, that was quite an episode, wasn't it, Anna?
Yeah.
A lot happened. So what did you think of that episode? What stood out? What?
It was good. There was a whole trying to assassinate Daenerys. There was when Jon Snow took the black.
Yep.
The whole Ned Cersei scene where they discussed the whole Joffrey and all of her kids not being Robert's kids.
A lot. Then that all led to the end.
Yes.
A whole bunch of stuff happening. But do you want to start from the beginning? We'll hit up some of these scenes and talk about them individually.
Sure.
Well, alright. Well, we open up with the Tywin Lannister introduction.
Okay.
And
Kind of thought it was weird because he was getting a stag.
yeah,
Yes.
just saying Tywin was skinning a skag.
Oh, that part. Oh,
That's
yeah.
how it all opened up, and then what happened later on in the episode. I just always thought that was kind of interesting. How those two kind of correlate. Okay, then, well, you mentioned this already, but we'll go quick to the Ned Cersei conversation when you were saying that.
Yes. The whole, discussing how none of Cersei's kids are Robert's kids.
Yep. So there's no rightful heirs in there. But what did Ned do? He said to leave the city.
Yeah.
Think Ned should have said that, or do you think he should have told Cersei at all?
Well, if he hadn't told Cersei, then she wouldn't have had, prepared battle thing. Which would have been a lot.
Ned was trying to be a nice guy.
Yep.
Doesn't always pay off in the show, does it?
Nope.
Let's go Jon and Sam up on the top of the wall.
Yes.
That was when Benjen's horse came back without Benjen.
Yeah.
What do you think it means for Benjen?
He might have been captured. He might be dead. Yeah.
Regardless, Jon wants to go out and find them. Okay. Okay, so after that, that is when we come into Renly coming in, letting everybody know that Robert had gotten hit by the boar.
Yeah.
And is injured something fierce, and that brings us into the room with Robert, who in fact is dying, and his chest is ripped open and festering, and then Robert tells everybody to get out of the room except for Ned.
Even Cersei.
Alright, so what's Robert telling Ned here?
Ned to be the protector of the realm until Joffrey comes of age. But Ned writes down the rightful heir.
Right. Okay, well you caught that, that's good. Okay, now we're heading over to Essos with Khal Drogo and Daenerys. Daenerys is talking about still wanting to go to Westeros.
Yeah.
Khal Drogo is wanting to do that or not wanting to do that?
Not wanting to do that. I mean, like, so there's no word for throne in Dothraki.
Right.
So
That's why she said throne.
yeah. I mean, that's what I assume.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's no word for throne because he kept on calling it a chair,
Yeah.
an iron chair.
Okay, so that rolls right into the market scene. Daenerys walking around with Jorah and out in the market. When a little boy comes up to Jorah and hands him a piece of paper, which is
it's a pardon.
pardon from the king, because Jorah gave up the information of where Daenerys and Viserys was, but Viserys is dead now. And Jorah notices what about the wine merchant?
Possibly poisoning.
Because he went and got a special thing of wine for Daenerys to try. So on that I want to talk about, because Jorah saved the day with Daenerys. Why do you think he had a change of heart?
Well,
obviously he saved her even after he got pardoned, so that pardon's probably not any good anymore.
Yeah.
So you think he's loyal to Daenerys?
Yeah, I mean, he knows her.
Do you think he would have saved Viserys?
Oh no.
Or would you let that just go if it was Viserys?
Just let it go. Bye bye.
He would have probably taken his part and ran if Viserys was still in the picture, I bet.
Yeah. See, if that was Viserys and I was, if I was him, Jorah, I'd be like, yeah, how will you drink that? Then I'd be like, nope, you ain't drinking that.
We're going to go up to the wall now. And the assignments were handed out in this episode.
Yeah.
Because any of them can be either a steward, a ranger, or a builder. And they went through all the names and assigned everybody something, and Jon Snow was a
steward.
Which
he did not. He wanted to be a ranger.
Was not happy.
Yeah.
But the Lord Commander, Jeor Mormont, wants him as a personal steward. Which Jon and Sam then have a nice little conversation.
Yep.
And what do you get out of that conversation?
Well, Sam is saying it's a good thing. He's preparing Jon for leadership, and then Jon's like, but I wanted to be a ranger. And Sam's like, and I wanted to be a wizard. It's like, yes.
Lighten the mood, Sam did a good job there.
Yep.
We'll talk about them taking the black. They go up north of the wall to that tree. And they take the black. What did you think of that scene?
Yeah. The face in the tree is just like really creepy.
I mean, it was funny before the episode you were talking about the tree and the one at Winterfell.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the one at Winterfell, but there is one of those trees at Winterfell also.
What's it for?
You'll find out. I can't tell you everything.
But I want to know right now.
Okay, so they took the black, and we'll backtrack a little bit and getting into Ned and Renly talking about who should be the rightful king. Ned thought it should be Stannis because he's the oldest brother.
Yeah.
Now Renly don't think Stannis would be a good king.
Yeah.
So who's Renly want?
Himself.
They've talked about Joffrey not being
king.
The rightful heir because of the whole Jaime Cersei stuff.
Yeah, he thinks himself.
So then Ned sends a letter to Stannis up to up to Dragonstone where Stannis is at, to let Stannis know what's going on. So here soon we should get a little Stannis action, I'm thinking. Then we had a scene between Littlefinger and Ned. And Ned's requesting the city guard to back him up because he knows some stuff's gonna go on.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the final scene of the episode.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk about that for a second.
Let's see. Ned goes into the throne room because King Joffrey summoned him, and so then Ned gives Cersei the will, which is a little tweaked to the rightful heir instead of Joffrey. Then Cersei ripped it up. I mean, it has the king's signature, which means it's pretty legit.
Right. It had the little seal, the wax seal thing on it.
Yeah.
And it was sealed.
And unbroken. So, I mean, that's pretty legit.
But there's a new king now.
Yep.
What do you think of this new king?
I hate him already.
Think he'll be a good king?
Judging by the way he so hastily said, kill him, it's gonna be, yeah, nope. Yeah.
And who betrayed Ned there at the end?
Littlefinger did.
Because he was the one that said that the city watch was his, and then right at the end he turned.
Yep, I told you not to trust me.
So, here's one question. What do you think's gonna happen with Ned?
I'm gonna say he becomes a prisoner and is like in the dungeons, I don't know, jail, some sort of thing. I don't think they're gonna kill him.
What do you think that means for Sansa and Arya?
Oh, I
Because
don't
remember, he was trying to get them packed up and out of there, but they're still in King's Landing. They weren't in this episode, but yeah, if you remember the last episode, he was trying to get them packed up and get them out of there.
Yeah.
But none of that ended up happening.
I don't know. I mean, there's a possibility Sansa will still become the new queen. A small possibility, but Arya, I don't know.
Okay. And then I want to do one question. Like I said last time, I want one question from people before, one from after, and then we'll do the Q&A at the end of the season. But this question is in regards to episode 6, actually, a little bit. And this is from Liquid Sword 29. When Viserys was trying to steal the eggs.
Yes.
He says, and here I stand. Well, his house words are, here we stand. But Jorah's a loner, so it kind of made sense where he says, here I stand. Does Anna know any of the house words?
I know some of them. They're like the quotes.
Yeah, the house quotes.
I mean, the Lannisters is, well, I personally thought it was, Lannisters always repay their debts in, well, doesn't say in the quote, but they always repay their debts in gold.
It's known, but that's not actually theirs, but like the Starks is winter's coming.
Yes, winter is coming. I mean, it's like we discussed them like in between some episodes at the beginning.
Well, now you know Bear Islands.
Bear Islands.
That's where Jorah, the Mormonts are from.
Yeah.
So theirs is Here We Stand. But it was a follow-up question, wondering if you knew any of those. But if you could pick any house words of yours, what would yours be?
Like my own personal words.
Mm-hmm. If we had house words, what would our house words be?
Our house or just me?
Or just you?
Just me. Okay.
Yeah, this is a question for you, not.
I don't know. I say this a lot to people who like get on my bad side or is gonna do something that I don't like. I normally say, you do, you die. I do that, but that's someone who's on my bad side and they are, yeah.
Pretty harsh words.
Yeah. but they do regret it. Not physically, obviously. Then I'd probably get suspended or something.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for everybody for the comments. Trust me, I'm reading everything. I don't always get back to everybody on those. I'm a little overwhelmed with comments, actually. But keep them coming. I like to read them, definitely. And Anna's loving all the love we get from everybody. So,
thank you.
I misspelled Joffrey last week. I got a funny story about that. I always watch Merrick Productions before I do one of these. I like Marco and Allie. I think they did a really excellent job during their reactions to this. And it was funny because as I watched episode 6 on their channel, I saw it printed that way, and I just thought they knew exactly what was going on because they're so good. Well, anyway, I got a few people commenting that I misspelled Joffrey. It is with a J. I found that out. And so when I was preparing for this reaction, of course, I went back to Merrick and watched their episode 7. And sure enough, in their comment section, they brought it up too about how they had misspelled Joffrey, and a bunch of people had pointed it out. So I thought that was funny. The only reason I went with the spelling the way I did was because they did it that way, and I just thought they knew everything.
No one knows everything.
And when I watched their episode 7, I just got a good laugh out of the same mistake. So anyway, until next time, hopefully we can get one up a little quicker. Shouldn't be another week on the next one. So
yeah.
We're hoping to get episode 8 up there real quick.
Yep.
And bye.